Fam, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up on this video. Today, we are talking about the Alabama depth chart. From the quarterbacks all the way to the secondary. I want to get your take right now on Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up. We appreciate you guys being here. All right, so what we're doing today is we're going over the roster in the depth chart one by one. And if there is any omissions, fam, inside the comment box, it's okay. Just let us know and we can edit those and we can get those fixed up. So actually, let's kind of like go through it one by one, chat. If you could focus in here, and we'll go through quarterbacks all the way through the secondary for these next, 25 minutes, just to make sure everything is tightened up. All right. Glenn grew up in DC. I appreciate it. Yeah, Kyle, I see Turbo's comp is, yeah. I think this is a really good comparison right now from the Texas A&M running back. I mean, and what I can say today is people have said that Anthony Turbo Rogers is moving back from the IMG Academy to Alabama. That is 100% accurate. So got an update today. And that's probably out there. I don't think I'm breaking any news. I mean, there might have been like people wondering, but yeah, Anthony Turbo Rogers is moving back to Alabama. But people have messaged that, so I don't think I'm like, this isn't like earth-shattering news. He's committed to Alabama. We showed his highlights. I have his highlights pulled up on the screen. He's a beast. All right, so here's quarterbacks. Chat, give me a thumbs up. Looks good, right? We have everybody on board here. No seniors, no juniors. I think what we should do, T, on this graphic, though, is put the guys at like where they're going to be this year. So Jalen's going to be a junior. So let's have a list and kind of notate what we need to fix. All right. So I think we need to fix adding Jalen as a junior and then putting Ty and Dylan as sophomores. There's no freshmen. Tyler Buckner out, Eli Holsting out, Julian Sane out, and Austin Mack in. And then we'll do the 2024 or we'll move Austin Mack to freshman because he's a freshman, or he's a 2024 commitment. Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Well, Austin Mack, yeah, he's a freshman because he just committed. He's in the class of 2024. No, Austin Mack will be a freshman. He transferred because let me ask chat. Chat, did Austin Mack, is he a freshman or he's not in the class of 2024? I think he's a redshirt freshman. Yeah, okay. Good. So here's the quarterback room. Yeah, he's a freshman. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Okay. Redshirt freshman. Yeah, so he reclassified to 2023. So he's a freshman. So he's the only freshman, a redshirt freshman. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Okay, now that we got that, and we'll update this. So the next time that we show this, it will be updated. So thank you for your help. Okay, so the next thing I want to ask you about this class in terms of February 5th, where we're at, let's grade. Should we grade or have it on a 10, like a 1 to 10 scale? Like A, how do you feel? I think I like the 10 to 1 scale. Okay, because we always roll with that. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how talented is this quarterback room? 1 through 10. 10 being the highest. How would you grade this quarterback room right now at this point in time? Players on the team, 1 through 10. 10 being the highest, like ultra elite. There you go. 9, 8.5, 9. Honestly, I feel really good about it. I'm not sunshine pumping. I really like the quarterback room. All right, 8. Yeah, it's solid. 100%. Feel really good about it. What's up, DR334? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining. Yeah, 8. Yep. Okay. What's up, D? What's up, Bailey? Thanks for joining us. Thomas, what's going on? Good morning to you. Okay. Good morning, Jay. What's up? Good morning to you. 8.5. Yeah, very solid room. Okay. And T, are we updated on quarterbacks? Okay, cool. All right. Feel good about quarterbacks rooms. Thanks, everybody, for It's not an 8 or 9. Movies is saying, "What's up, movies?" All right, let's go to the running backs. Um, all right, here's the running backs. Let's go over it real quick and look at the running back room. How are we feeling about the running backs? Is everything buttoned up here? So we have Jam Miller. I think we need to update all this. I mean, are those stats updated? Justice Haynes, okay, he's a sophomore. Yeah, see that I like this. Then you have Richard Young as a freshman. It looks good, right? What's up, Kareem Hood? Appreciate it, man. So I think what, yeah. So same thing. So Kevin Riley and Daniel Hood, and I think maybe we have on the backside we have 2025 commitments, and we start doing it that way. Even with the quarterback, yeah, I think we might need to even add another column for 2025 commitments. That way we can start being prepared with 2025. Bob, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Definitely get those thumbs up. Yeah, tap in. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you. I really like this running back room. You're like, okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question. Okay, so it looks like we have a ranking of an 8. Is there anything that we need to fix? No, Justice Haynes didn't have 22 touchdowns. No, that's an error. So we need to fix that. Let's write that down. He didn't, obviously. I'm manifesting that. I'm manifesting that. Okay, so same thing, chat. I'm going to ask you. I'm gonna ask you two things before he had 23. Duh. Okay, two things. Who are we sleeping on in this running back room? Who are we sleeping on in this running back room? T, who do you think? Who are we sleeping on?
I said Haynes, but I feel like we've been talking about
Yeah,
him a
no,
lot.
we're not sleeping on Haynes. I think everyone's gonna say Richard Young.
Yeah, Richard Young.
I was gonna say I think we're sleeping on Richard Young or Jam Miller.
Miller is. I feel like he does get like a little underrated, right?
Yes, yeah. But Richard Young just hasn't had his opportunity yet. So I'm gonna say we're sleeping on Richard Young, but like Jam Miller is gonna be like wicked good, right? Young says we're sleeping on Young. Yeah, Young. So I'm gonna say Richard Young. Okay. And I'm asking you now to how talented is this running back room? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, go ahead, give this running back room your assessment. How talented is this running back room as of February 5th, 2024? Movies is saying 6. Movies is a tough grader. Jorah saying 10. Caleb saying 9.5, 10 plus. I like Miller downhill running ability. Yep. 20. I mean, look, it's an ultra talented room. 1,000,000%. Off the charts. Yeah. Damn, Thomas is saying 7. 9, 8. Okay. I'm going to say the quarterbacks was like an 8, and I think people feel comfortable with the running back room almost being like a 9.5, to be honest. Right. Good morning, Chris. See you, man. What's up? So QBs, I'm just writing this literally on paper. I'm going to say just shooting from the hip. RBs almost like a 9.5, it seems like. Because you got a lot of 10s in here. I think the 10s and the 9s outweigh the 8s. So if anything, an average of an 8, but Tommy's saying 10. What's up, Tommy? Appreciate you being here, man. Core 3299. What's up? Movies is saying Trent Richardson, Ingram, Lacey was a 10. Look, Burns coached those running backs, and they were fire. Did any good prospects come through the walk-on trials? I'm sure. The preferred walk-on is Aiden Moore, the brother of Malachi Moore, Cat. I'm sure you saw that. That was one of the cool storylines over the weekend. So now you have Malachi Moore and his brother Aiden will be a part of Alabama football in 2024. Okay. But we're all buttoned up on this. You got Kevin Riley and you got Daniel Hill as a true freshman. Okay. Oh, Haynes has 2 touchdowns, but we manifested 22 and someone manifested 23. Okay. Yeah. Burton Burns was an absolute beast. I saw him the other day at the grocery store. The best energy, super chill, like a man, just like established, just like like living his best life, honestly. Okay. We're good on running backs. Let's go to the wide receivers. See where we're at with the wide receivers. Okay. There's a lot to go into, so I'm going to go full screen here. All right. Let's make sure everything is taken care of from an editing standpoint. Okay, so Jermaine Burton is gone. Ja'Cory Brooks is gone to Louisville. Malik Benson to Florida. Kobe Prentice will be a junior. Kendrick Law will be a junior. Jeremy Bernard, he is a transfer in. Sophomores will be Emmanuel Henderson, Isaiah Bond to Texas. Jalen Hell will now be a sophomore. And I'm asking you, fam, if you have, we're using 292 eyeballs or 292 times 2. That's how many eyes we have on this. So let's definitely get it right. Cole Adams, Jaron Hamilton, Amari Jefferson, Rico Scott, Ryan Williams, right? This one are we good? It looks like we're good on this, right? Is there anything else that we need to update on this, fam? From a running back's perspective? I think we're good. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you the same question. Good morning, Marquita. What's up? All right. I'm going to ask you the same question. In terms of overall talent on a scale of 1 to 10, rank this wide receiver room. Yeah, Plains, we talked about that this morning, man. That whole thing was just a lie. Terrible, man. Terrible that that would happen. All right, so what is everyone saying? 8, 8.5. Movie saying 7. That's his highest rating so far. Jay Townsend, 8, 7.5. 10s, 8. Huh. What would we say like the average is on this one?
The 7s are
right.
Yeah, that
maybe like
a little bit.
Maybe like an 8.
Like an 8.3.
8.3. Wow. Okay.
Now we're getting some higher numbers.
Okay. 8.3. Okay. Let's just do it 8. I think 8.
Yeah. Let's go with 8.
I mean, I like the room. I mean, yeah, but I think this is it. I think Samuel's right. You need for them, like, okay, we got the guys for sure. You need to turn it up. Maybe we could add some like small stats on the players, so we could just, right, like it'd be nice just to kind of reference that, like when we use this graphic, like how many yards Kobe Prentice had and Kendrick Law, right? And now that we know like Jeremy Bernard is a transfer in, we could put the stats underneath him too. And then we can start taking the guys off too. That's it. Cynthia, this is it. That's why we don't. This is it. And this might, like, I think we're trying to say this stuff, but high upside. Chris is saying fire, 9.2. I mean, look, it's just, unproven. Let's say unproven. I mean, really, I think, Bernard coming in and Kobe Prentice, those guys have certainly proven it. Let's see what Lee has to say. What's up, Lee? Appreciate you, man. I'm not sure that you can properly rate the wide receiver room until they are evaluated and acclimated to the offensive scheme. I think that's fair, for sure. Yeah. And I think, just kind of looking at it for wide receivers particularly, you're like, yeah, all these guys are, can play at a high level, but most of them are unproven.
Yeah, and I think it was Michael's, like, you can't rank what you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that's things. Like, we know Kobe, we know Kendrick, even we can go off like Jeremy Bernard's stats, but and Jalen Hill, and then Emmanuel Henderson, like we know he's going to be good. But yeah, it's kind of a tough room to rank at this point in time. But I like it overall. Okay. But you're asking like talent rating. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, okay. But we're all buttoned up here. Okay. And we'll add those guys as freshmen, and then we'll make room for 2025 team. Okay. Now let's talk about, here's the tight end room. This should be easy to go over real quick. All right. CJ Dupree, same thing. I'd like to have like the stats underneath the players. And then so we have seniors, and then we have Danny Lewis, and then see, this is how I like it. So you have room for like the 2025 guys to start being added.
Oh, oops.
Did we misspell it? Oh my goodness! Even on our board. Yeah.
I didn't do this one. I'm not taking credit.
Oh, I probably did it, but I was the one who got it. I spelled it correctly.
I don't think either of us did this one. Did we? I don't know.
It should be OUZTS.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to fix on here, fam? Looking at it, we have 347 on right now. 364 now. Times 2. That's almost 800 eyeballs. 7 Kyle tight end room. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now let's give our talent ranking. 1 through 10. What are we thinking? So far, we're at quarterbacks 8, running backs 9.5, wide receivers 8, tight ends 7.5, 6, 10. Joe saying 10, 7. I think, yeah. 10. Look, Caleb Odom is going to be a baller, but like he hasn't played it down. Jay Lindsey, 3-star. The guy's highlight tape's incredible. Danny Lewis, didn't even see him last year. CJ Dupree played in the most snaps. I think he had 547 last year. Let's face it, he wasn't like a difference maker. I think he added a lot to the offense, but he wasn't a difference maker. Robbie Oots is an H-back, right? Like he's an athletic H-back that we all love, and we want to see him score like 3 hard-nosed touchdowns. But overall, I don't know. I might say like 7 until like one of these guys like really contributes. But for right now, might be kind of like a 7 for me. 6, and Frank, this seems realistic. 6 based off production with upside to be better. Yeah. And the one guy that we don't have on here is Miles Ketzelman, who transferred. But we're not going to add the players anymore that left. We're going to start eliminating those guys because, I mean, there's really no reason to talk about them anymore in terms of like a reference standpoint, you know? All right. Okay. Okay, so we'll move on to the offensive line. The offensive line is going to have a lot of names to go over. So, all right. I'll go full screen on this. Let's make sure from an editing standpoint, we're good. Let's start at the left. Dalcourt's out, graduation / NFL. Seth is transferring to Ohio State, or he did transfer to Ohio State. You have Jaden Roberts, guard. Brockemeyer, center. Tyler Booker, guard. Ferg out to Florida State. J.C. Latham to the NFL. Pritchett, we're listing him as a tackle. Brailsford is a transfer in from Washington. Kane Proctor to Iowa. Miles McVay, tackle. Welcome Formby. So are okay. NyQuil Ben trade. Ola Celine. We listed, let me get your take on this, chat. We listed Ola Celine. These are redshirt freshmen. Let's double check on these guys. We listed, like, can you give me some feedback on this, chat? I listed Ola Celine and Rock Montgomery as like a center and a guard. Now I could just put them as interior offensive linemen, but like a lot of people were talking about Ola Celine being probably, could move to center or a guard. And then like Rock Montgomery, I had him as a guard, but then I looked up his profile on Twitter and he's snapping the football. So just wanted to get your take on those guys. William Sanders and freshman continued. So yeah, we might need like a different even chart because there's so many guys on this one. Now we check rolltide.com on that. Yeah. So, okay. Does everything look good from like a editing perspective? Are we missing any players? Okay. 393 inside the house. Let's hit 393. Thumbs up, fam. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm sorry, T.
Ola Celine is redshirt freshman. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Who was the other one?
Miles McVay.
Okay.
You can just hit the tab like if you bring up one of the players. Oh, Bubba, what's up, man? Appreciate that's a good looking Labrador. We need to add tight end list. Need to add Ty Lockwood.
The tight ends.
Yeah. Ty Lockwood. Okay. Thank you, Bubba, for the super chat and for the addition as well. Okay. All right, fam. Can I please get a ranking from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, for the offensive line as of what we know at this point in time on February 5th? Go ahead and sound off chat inside the comment box.
Miles is rich.
And I have quarterbacks 8, running backs 9.5, wide receivers 8, tight ends 7. Okay. So far, 6s, 7s. Okay. And I feel, oh, wow, 6. I feel that this is the area that Alabama certainly needs to add someone or two from the transfer portal, right? We know the secondary and from the offensive line. I think we're really excited about Jaden Roberts. I think we know that Tyler Booker, he's another top guard. But outside of that, what do we know about this offensive line group?
Oh, what about Danny Lewis?
We got Danny Lewis. Okay. Yeah. As a tight ends. Yeah, we got him. I don't know. Yeah, we need some tackles. All right, y'all back to work. Break over. What's up, Bevron? See you inside. Yeah, and the new coach will be Scott Huff. Oh, you know what we could do too? Let's say up at the top, offensive line, and then let's put the position coach. Do you see where it says offensive line? And then we'll put position coach Scott Huff. That way we can get acclimated to who is also coaching. And we'll do that for each position. So I'm going to add that too. Add position coaches. Chris is saying we gave it the most sacks in school history. Yeah, that was not good. Everyone's sleeping. And we got this a lot. Kyle getting people written up. I get this one a lot. What's up, Batman? See you inside the comment box, man. Saying that everyone is sleeping on Casey Poe. I continue to hear that. Okay, let me ask you, chat, because I like to do this. From the board that we have right here, which offensive lineman are we sleeping on? Is it Casey Poe? Go ahead and sound off. And does anybody know about Nyquil Bentrate? We haven't heard about him much. Nobody's really talked about him. Offensive line, who are we sleeping on? Poe. It's going to be Casey Poe. Yep. And that's the thing, is a lot of people are saying that Booker could go back to tackle or play tackle. Oh, yeah. Yes. This is it. I'm going to go with this too. Rock Montgomery. I'm going to go with Rock Montgomery. I think Rock Montgomery is going to push. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see. Now we're going to go to the defensive line. We're kind of just running through the roster. We're making sure everything's tightened up. So I appreciate you guys being here for the morning segment right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We definitely appreciate the super chats. And for those of you that are fan funders right here on Bama Football on YouTube, how to become a fan funder, simply hit the URL atop this page as low as $2.99 per month, which is 10 cents a day. This is, full-time job for all of us here at Bama Football on YouTube, and we really appreciate you guys. Okay, so defensive line, from an editing standpoint, are we good? Are we missing anybody? Tim Smith, Jamiron Latham, Tim Keenan, Damon Payne, Jaheim Otis, LT Overton, Curtis Perry, James Smith, Jordan Renaud, Eric Hill, Hunter Osborne. Is Hunter Osborne still on the roster? Can we double check that? Jeremiah Beeman, Stephen Bua, Isaiah Vega. Oh, he is Hunter Osborne. Okay, cool. Thank you. I just haven't heard anything about him. Okay. Same thing, fam. Who are we sleeping on? Actually, my first question about the defensive line, Who is the most talented defensive lineman in this room? Who is the most talented defensive lineman in this room that you see on this board? I'm going to say, I'm going to say Tim Keenan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe LT Overton was a 5-star. So people really high on him.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So Keenan. Okay. All right. Now, who are we sleeping on in this group? Who are we sleeping on? Who aren't we talking enough about from the defensive line? And what happened? Like, Jaheim Otis had so much momentum going into the season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right? And then I think he lost like too much weight.
What happened to him?
I don't know. Oh, Damon Payne. Yep. Damon Payne's good. He's real good. What about Tim Smith? James Smith? A lot of people like James Smith too. Yeah, Joe, I guess that was it, that he was hurt all season. I don't know. I think he lost too much weight and the injury. I don't know. See, James Smith. James Smith is a guy. See, so I think it's James Smith. So I'm gonna write that down so I remember that. DL sleeping. So what? Okay, now what are we ranking them on a scale of 1 to 10? Sleeping on James. Sleeping on Richard Young. Sleeping on, we said Poe for the offensive lineman. James Smith. 8. Okay. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Okay. We're ranking the defensive line. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Wow, this is a lot higher than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, 8.5. Okay, solid 9. Yeah. Okay. A lot better, higher rankings than I had thought, to be honest.
Jarvis giving him a 10.
Damn. Very high rankings. Jeremy Sanders saying 7.
Yeah. Kareem 9.
Would you say that 8.5 is?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. I mean, it looks like we're good from an editing standpoint. Okay, let's move to the linebackers. All right. Okay, here are the linebackers. All right, let's do yeah, that's a lot of experience for sure. I agree. That's one of the things that I like about the defensive front. I'm gonna go full screen. From an editing standpoint, are we good? Let's see. Justin Jefferson, Q Rob, and then we listed linebacker or edge underneath them. Deontay Lawson will be a junior. Jahar Campbell will be a junior. Those are going to be your 2 starting interior linebackers. Oh, I think Keanu Koo, I think his name is misspelled. Can we double check that?
Yes.
All right. I think his name is misspelled. Jeremiah Alexander, sophomore. Man. Keon Keeley, Yanze. Q is I might be voting for him for sleeper. And look at the guys that loaded up on, right? Sterling Dixon, Caden Jones, Joseph Okoronkwo, Quentin Reese will sign this Wednesday. Noah Carter, Jason Ross. Okay. Before we start ranking the linebackers, fam, I want to ask you. Well, I was going to ask most talented, but I think we already know who that is. Okay. In this room, give me 2 sleepers. Who are we sleeping on? Two players. Who are the 2 players we're sleeping on in this room? I'm going to say Q Robinson, Quindarius Robinson, and Quay Russo. We just haven't talked enough about those guys, and I think those guys are capable to, make an impact. We've talked about Keeley. Nobody's talking about Yanze. You could have 1, 2, 3 with the sleepers. Jefferson, Alexander, Keon Keeley, Yanze Pierre, Russo for sure. I'm serious. The Russo's a beast. Noah Carter. You know what? I really okay. So the inside linebackers, who are going to be the second tier inside linebackers? Deontay Lawson, Jahad Campbell, Justin Jefferson, and Jeremiah Alexander, I guess. Huh. Who's going to be, let me ask you this, chat, too, before I ask you to rank them. Who's going to be your second team inside linebackers? So behind Deontay Lawson and Jahad Campbell, are we going to say Justin Jefferson and Jeremiah Alexander? Right? Who's going to be on second team? George? Yes, right? All right. So Justin Jefferson and Jeremiah Alexander. Okay. And you need to kind of load up on your inside linebackers too. I think when you're looking at needs for 2025, I think we understand that. And you have your edges, right? Like, coming in, but I think 2025 we definitely need to get some. I don't know if you necessarily need it. You could get a transfer portal guy here that's kind of a sophomore, maybe, right? I don't know. I think you're 1,000,000% fine at edge. Like, you're fine. Keon, you almost have too many, right? Between the competition is going to be incredible at the edge rusher, 1,000,000%. Super deep, right? The edge. Okay. Okay. Now let me ask you, this is an exciting group to talk about. Will you please rank them on a scale of 1 to 10 at this point in time? Like, just from what we see, I mean, you have 2 NFL draft picks immediately, and Deontay Lawson and Jahad Campbell. The edge rushers are phenomenal in this group. This is probably, I think this might be the best. Is this the best group so far? Let's see. Okay, rank them. Go ahead. 10, 9, 8.5, 10. If Blackshire had stayed, 9, 8. I think I might say 9 here. Yeah, 9, 9.5. T, what are you thinking? We say 9 here? 8.5 due to.
Yeah, I think
it's got to be a little bit higher because Deontay Lawson and Jahad Campbell are both returned with so much talent.
I think you could go with 9.
Right? 9? I think I'm going to go 9 too. Okay. All right. So far running back has the highest. We gave him a 9.5. And then we're going to settle this. We're going to take the top 4 once we're done, and we're going to ask chat to vote for the top one. All right. Okay. Good. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, let's do the secondary. Okay. I'm going to go full screen. There's a lot of names. Remember, 11 players left, along with T-Rob. And T wrote down that we're going to add the position coaches too. Mm-hmm. Cool. Thank you very much. Okay. The edge you got from Texas A&M is LT Overton. Darren. LT Overton is a former 5-star. Okay. We are looking at the defensive backs right here. 400 watching. Let's get 400 thumbs up. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for watching this morning. And thank you for those that are fan funders right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Hit the hyperlink above this video. Only $2.99 to support the overall product. That's 10 cents a day. We appreciate you guys more than you know. Super chats also appreciated. Thank you so much. LT Overton, you're right. That's the player. Yes. Okay. Seniors, you have Malachi Moore and Devontae Smith. Leaving, Jalen Key, Christian Story, and Trey Amos. Key to the NFL, Christian Story to Kentucky, Trey Amos to Ole Miss. Okay, you have Kool-Aid and Terrion leaving early to the NFL. You have Damani Jackson coming in from USC. You have Tony Mitchell. You have Bray Hubbard. And then the freshman, Caleb Downs, Ohio State. Jake Pope went to Georgia. Earl Little to Florida State. Antonio Kite to Auburn. Des Ricks to Texas A&M. Grimsley to Florida. I mean, no way to spin it. Like, all those guys went somewhere else. All the freshmen left. All of them, I mean, right? But the commitments, thank goodness that the commitments are absolutely fire in this class. And I don't think you can see Jahil Hurley is there. He stayed. but that's a lot of players that you lost. So this is an area that you 1,000,000% need to add someone from the portal. Okay, we know that. I don't know where. I know where. Corner. Bring in a corner. Get the best corner in the portal. Period. That's it. Get the best get the best player in the portal from the corner position. All right. The commitments are fire. Let me ask you, chat, this. From the commitments, Jalen Mbakwe all the way down to Jake Kirkpatrick, who are you most excited to see? What's up, Javion? Good morning, man. See you inside the comment box. So my question to you, when you looked at this board right here, which prospect are you most excited to see out of just the freshmen on the far right side? Mbakwe all the way down to Kirkpatrick. Who you got? Mincy? Mbakwe easy. Okay. I think it's going to come down to Mincy or Mbakwe. That's what I would think. Xavion Brown. Mbakwe. Okay. I mean, look, it's a loaded younger group, and a lot of these guys are going to play immediately. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. If Alabama was to, I think it's going to be easy. You're probably going to say Jalen Mbakwe. But who are Alabama's corners after Damani Jackson and Jalen Mbakwe? Like, if Alabama has a game like this coming Saturday, who's behind Damani Jackson and Jalen Mbakwe at the corner position? Gets a little thin, right? You're like, I don't know. What are you guys saying? So let's just say, hypothetically, Damani Jackson, Alabama has a game this week. Yeah, we're going to delete those guys. We're like cleaning up everything right here. So the next time we update this list, it'll be all clean. And we're like going through a whole editing transition right here. So I appreciate you being here. All right. So Mincy and Hurley for the two corners to be behind. Okay. Mincy, Drake Kirkpatrick. So Taylor, what's up, Taylor? See you inside the comment box. Taylor's saying that Mincy would be the corner with Damani Jackson, and then behind him would be Mbakwe and maybe, I guess, Jahil Hurley. Well, Devontae Smith, we have him at safety, along with Malachi and Tony Mitchell in the 4-2-5. Interesting to look at for sure. Okay, now I'm going to ask you this. Please rank this group from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most talent, all the way down to 1. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Go ahead and sound off inside the comment box chat. 6. Okay. Watch out for Tony. 6. 2 6s to start out with. 7s. Going to be an interesting spring for sure. 8, 7.5. Let's see what else we got. Keep ranking. 7, 6.5, 6.5. I've seen a lot of 6.5s. 2 8s. Wow. Marshall and Kedrick. Appreciate you. 7s. Okay. I'm going to go with a 6.5 here. Okay. All right. So, there's actually some 7s coming in here. So there's a 6 that just came in here. Yeah. Okay. 6.5. All right. So David Crockett's saying 6.5. Okay. What's up, Trainwreck? Y'all must not know Womack's scheme, top 15 in pass defense. Yeah, but I think in terms of like just the players that we're ranking here, that's what we're going off. So appreciate the feedback and thanks for being here this morning. All right. Okay, so the top 4 that we ranked this morning was and I want to create a poll. So top unit going into spring, top unit going into spring. Running backs is option number 1. Option number 2 is linebackers. Yeah, top unit going into spring. Running backs, linebackers. And then we have defensive line. And then we have quarterbacks. And then I'm going to ask one more poll, and then I'll take your calls. So right now, we're going to start a poll in like 3, 2, 1. And what I want to ask you right now, chat, is what is the strongest overall unit going into spring? Is it the running backs, the linebackers, the defensive line, or the quarterbacks? Top unit going into spring football. And T should have a poll for you in just 1 second. And again, the options are running backs, linebackers, defensive line, or quarterbacks. Top unit going in. Jeremy's saying the DL almost as bad as the offensive line. I don't know. We looked at the defensive line and felt pretty good about it. Yeah, I mean, and you combine these with like the edge rushers. We put the edges with the linebackers, and maybe we could put the edges over here with the defensive line. But I don't know. Felt pretty good. There's a lot of experience. What are people saying the top unit is, T, so far?
68%.
Oh, so straight up running backs.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's it. And then what's the second place? So 1?
Linebackers with 17%.
Wow. And then what?
Defensive line 14% and quarterbacks 6%.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. So that's so we got running backs all day. That is the strongest unit. Okay. Now, let's say an area where Alabama needs to tighten up. I guess the weakest unit, and these are the lowest ones that we ranked today, is we had offensive line, we had tight ends, we had corners, or I'm sorry, secondary, and we had let's just do those 3. Those are the 3 that were ranked the lowest.
So you want to do another new poll?
Yeah. So the weakest unit going into spring, or area of concern going into spring. And that's offensive line, tight end, or secondary. I'm going to say it's the offense. I'm going to say secondary 1, O-line 2, and tight ends 3. Let's see what the undefeated has to say. And again, I'm asking you, what is the biggest area of concern going into spring? O-line, secondary, or tight ends? Frank, what's up, man? See you with the comment. He's saying our interior linemen on defense can be a lot better. We got pushed around too much by Texas, Auburn, etc. Also, we'll be young in the secondary, so D-line has to pressure. All right, secondary. That's the biggest concern. What are the early poll on this saying?
This one's closer. Secondary has 54%, and then offensive line 40%.
Yeah, I mean,
tight end 4%.
So that tells me that those are the areas where you need. And I think, look, there's very intelligent people on here that follow the team.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we all have a microscope on this team. We knew that. We knew that this particular team going into spring was going to need help within the O-line or the secondary. So what I'm saying is the transfer portal that opens up on April 15th, you have to have your hot board ready to see who's going to be available to load up in the secondary or inside the offensive line. So there's kind of a look at everything, fam. Did you have fun? I thought that was a pretty good segment to roll through. And it felt good from like an editing standpoint. Do you feel good, T, with the graphics and stuff?
Yeah.
I think we can put it together and feel,
Yeah, I think we can.
Even if we have to build out some new boxes or something like that, because it might be cool even to have, I don't know, a little bit more detail on the players.
Yeah, I like the idea of adding the stats and then another column for the 2025 class.
Yeah. I mean, we could even do stars too.
Yeah.